Hello. Welcome to MFF chat.
Hello. Hello, everyone. I'm reporting live on the ground from Midwest Furfest. We are at the front of the beautiful Hyatt Rosemont Hilton.
Oh, we got a crow back there.
Yes. It's nice, like, kind of realistic. Oh, yeah. Going through fluttering through the door.
Hello. Welcome to the MFF stream. Uh, so for people that don't know, what is Midwest Fur Fest?
Midwest Furfest is, I'm going to just say the largest, even though currently Anthrocon holds the record. I think we're going to take the record again. We back and forth, like alternate on who has the record. But Midwest Furfest, I'm going to manifest it, is the largest
Yeah.
anthropomorphic animal people convention in the world. Lots of fursuiters, panels on art, uh, kink, therapy, craft making, cosplay, anything that's even tertiary related to furrydom that you can think of. There's an
Not
arcade.
sometimes not even related, because I know randomly followed somebody on Twitter that I don't think is a furry but is really into like Chicago transit. And there's like gonna be like a transit panel that she's gonna go to.
Yes, like there, like whatever, because obviously we're all fucking autistic here. So whatever your special interest is, that's also furry culture.
Yeah.
Fiona's doing a bimbo panel on Saturday.
Yes.
That's going to be very exciting. Fiona, the big titty horsey, for those who don't know.
Do you know her
There
username?
is. Oh yeah, I can't remember.
I'll see if I can find it while you're talking.
Yeah, I'm sure on Twitter. If she hasn't quit Twitter, it should pop up. She's an icon. I just saw a poster for a evil gay villain stream. Like there's an evil gay pride flag that someone's trying to popularize here.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I'll have to post that later.
This is Fiona. Fiona at Fiona Meret on Twitter. She's there she is.
She's so good, and I was on a panel for her for some fundraiser for some trans charity on VR chat. Yeah, she's great. She's out here like nobody else. She's at all the cons.
Fuck yeah.
She's really for the culture. Yeah.
Hello, Callisto.
It's Roar. Says the stream last year was the push I needed to finally commission some Persona art.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
I'll never forget that. It's for art. I keep that in my heart.
Yes.
Did we ever show that on stream? It's for art. Could we show that? Because that's like probably one of the best things that we've done on this show. And I remember seeing it, but I don't think we showed it.
Yeah. Any conversions of furries is like the ultimate achievement.
Yeah, I think so. We really didn't plan much today. So we'd really love to hear from like non-furries or for curious people to like ask questions. I think that would be the greatest thing. So if there's anybody in the chat that's fur curious, we would love to hear from you.
Yes. Yeah, and otherwise we'll kind of just walk and talk, take it in. You know, it's Friday. Me and my group, we checked in as early as we could on Thursday and hit it hard last night. But people are still coming in. So there's lots to see. And lots to talk about. Somebody said in the chat, I missed it, there's a Beyblade tournament. That's another activity that they have there.
Jen
There's theater performances.
We're probably streaming as long as Devon's battery lasts. So probably a little shorter than usual.
Yes.
At some point,
That's
Devon will
that's the honest
probably
answer.
just disappear, and then I'll be like, well, that was fun. That's what happened last year.
Yes, that's the chaos. Here's the front little smoking vaping section. Um, Slippery Loops asks, what do you do at the convention? What kind of stuff is there? Oh, this is the most action-packed convention, honestly, and we'll take a walk around. There are panels on any number of different topics from, there's late night ones on like shibari and pet play and hypno kink and all that stuff. There's daytime ones about just designing your own persona, making a career as an artist, being a therapist who's a furry. There's multiple autism panels. There's an arcade with vintage free game machines. There's a DDR machine. There's all these other imported and vintage video game machines. There's a VR thing you can do, like a team like VR escape room. There's DJs every night. I do that a lot. You get on Grinder. That's another thing you do here. Yeah, there's room parties, but most of all, you just fucking vibe because there's just so much going on, like, and so many people to watch.
Yep. So many cute animals. It's the special
Yes,
interest convention. They got everything. That's so true.
it's true. It's true. I saw someone walking by in this giant witch hat. It was like very like anime witch hat that covered their entire face. The brim was like from here to like here, like, it was not furry at all, but it was just, amazing constructed cosplay, and that's also
Yep.
what this is for.
This is Maeve. Uh, Farrar's cottagecore bunny girly.
Oh,
She's so cute.
it's so cute.
Oh,
That's so nice.
and if anybody's not in the Discord, definitely get in there.
Yes, come join. So right now it's a little bit quieter than it normally is down here because people are still going through registration, but there's still a lot of animal people to look at.
Yeah. So I went two years ago. I did go, and it was a lot of fun. And eventually I'll get back. And Devon, how many years have you gone in a row now?
I think I started going probably. Um, Somebody was just acknowledging my Palestinian flag here, which
Oh,
is
nice.
nice. Yeah. I started going, I want to say 2018, so I'm strapped like this.
Oh shit, you have an actual. I didn't see you had an actual flag. Hell yeah.
Yes, I'm repping because, I love the furry community, but there are some fucking military members, there are some cops in this fucking community. We gotta have a presence out here, especially now more than ever with the ceasefire ending and everything. So, so I've seen a few other furries in Kafias already, so that's really good and encouraging to see.
That's great.
Yeah, just gotta have that presence and that reminder. Yeah, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I started going in 2018. First time I was just furry curious. That's how they get you. And I just went for a day, but I loved it so much that after that I was like, no, I need to go hard. And so then my friend Jet, we went again the year after. And then once it was opened up back again, then the three of us stayed. And now it's a lifestyle. Every year I add another day to the stay. Like I'm going to be here Thursday through Monday.
Oh wow.
Which is my longest stay yet. I never get enough time to do everything. So
Yeah. That's very cute. That kind of rainbow gradient back there.
Yes. Very good. Some beautiful suits here. Seeing a lot of like little wings, like bears and cats with wings this year. Hello.
If anybody else in the chat has art of themselves, y'all should share that. I would love to see more personas of chat. That would be a fun thing to see.
Yeah, if you have a persona, please share it with us. I'm gonna switch hands real
I love the mouth, the holding it in your mouth.
quick. Yeah, I was getting a cramp while I was holding the thing. So I had to switch. Okay, let's go upstairs.
Yeah. The
Get a little view.
and we'll definitely oh hell yeah. And we'll definitely do we'll go through it's very fun. There's like a the sky bridge that goes from one hotel to the other. You get to see a
Yes,
lot
the
of
Sky Bridge. Uh, that's a place to see and be seen for sure. Is the Sky Bridge.
mhm.
So,
I saw that somebody was I saw because when I it's funny because I when I went I I I like got a bunch of people's Twitter and like exchange a bunch of Twitters with people. So now I just like every time MFF happens, I just like whether I'm there or not, I just see a bunch of MFF shit, which I love. Um, and somebody was saying that they're going through registration and somebody had a Flipper Zero. Do you know what that is? And was like crashing people's iPhones.
oh, I got a warning about that. Something crazy was happening in mine last night. Even though my Bluetooth wasn't on, a bunch of different things kept trying to connect to my Bluetooth, and
Yeah.
it was very sus. I It might have been that.
Yeah, that's what it was. Do you have you ever heard of a Flipper Zero?
No, no.
So
What is it? What's the
it's
deal with it?
basically like it's it's uh it's a pen testing tool, like penetration testing, but it's very much like a consumer thing. It's very cute. Um, I partly want one just because of how fucking cute they are. But they're basically
Hmm.
just this little device. Um,
Which way is the Skybridge?
it's just this little device, and it like lets you like connect to different it just it lets you I don't know enough a lot about it, and so I'm having trouble explaining it, but like it like lets you connect to different things in different ways. So it basically just lets you try to like get into things that you shouldn't. Like you can mess with just messing with electronics in the world. So you can turn TVs on and off and stuff like that. And one of the like basic things it comes with is you can just try to connect to like every phone's Bluetooth connection like nearby. So somebody was doing a thing that literally comes standard on it, where it just will try to like connect to like almost DDoS your Bluetooth connection, I think, and it can crash phones. Uh,
Oh,
so people were saying you should turn your Bluetooth and your Wi-Fi off when you're at a convention like this, because people will try to do that shit.
and here I am using both. So
Yeah.
big gaping hole, but it's worth it for the stream.
Yep. So if Devon gets hacked, it'll be worth it.
Yes, that was definitely happening to me last night because even though I had Wi-Fi or Bluetooth off, I don't understand how it's still possible with Bluetooth off. It
Yeah.
was just suggesting a bunch of different devices all at once, like little earbuds, sound systems. It's nothing I've ever seen before. Like it was just like spamming my computer with requests to connect to Bluetooth. So that's absolutely what that was.
Cassie goes squarely, big gaping hole. What a humble brag.
Oh, we can't all have big gaping holes, but we have to cherish it if we do.
That look, we got one more. Uh, Vivienne. Is that how you pronounce your name? On, uh, shared this, which is incredible. Said he doesn't have a
Ooh,
name yet. That is so cool. I've never seen anything like it. It's almost kind of like
that's really good.
he's almost kind of like Void Punk, like biblically accurate angel parrot.
Yeah, it's very, yeah, angelic, absolutely. It says Lucifer. Yes, very cool. Yeah, I think Vivian's gonna be here, or might already be here, if I read correctly in the Discord.
Subject matter expert, yes.
Yes, believe it.
So,
So yeah, so fursuiting right now is not at its peak because people are a little bit more comfy for check-in and registration. You still see some people stunting. Oh my god, these like these giant plushes.
oh my
So cute.
god, those are amazing.
Yeah. Wow. So cool. So massive. Super monkey ball
Oh my god,
mask.
that is what that is. That's amazing. This
Yeah.
hotel is super fun too.
Yeah.
It's just a neat hotel.
Yes.
Got the Trans Pride, Blahaj.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. How's that actually pronounced?
I think it's Blahaj. I think.
So this dome is where people do a lot of photo shoots. There's a lot of meetups for like later this week. I'm going to a like NSFW fursuit photo shoot at like night. So that'll be
Oh, that's cool.
latex and mer suits, which are the suits that you can have sex in, and things like that. But also, they'll just have like deer or cats or mystical creatures, just different themes of animals gathering up.
Um, yeah. What is on your to do list? I know you mentioned a lot of things people are doing.
Yeah, the latex meetup is definitely a big one. I know Photo right now is about to go to the Fat Fur meetup that's happening right at 2, so that'll be cool. Very excited to hit the Dealer's Den. Um, there's a couple of things from Howl Out that I want to buy there, which is an indigenous furry clothing company that makes really cool shit. Let's see. There's a Hypno 101 that I'm probably gonna go to just for the sake of like being with my people. Um,
Yeah, I feel like you
and
could you
hopefully
could
it's
give
still
that
gonna.
talk.
Yes, yeah. I would, again, more converts is always good, and I've definitely seen more and more converts. A lot of pup players are really increasingly into hypno, combining that. So I've seen that as a trend a lot. And yeah, I try to like float with it because we have a lot of friends to meet up with here. Spoonie, who is a streamer, also on here. Um, Callisto, we're gonna hang out a bunch tomorrow. There's a lot. There's a lot to do, and lots of dancing and lots of linking up with people, meeting new people.
Oh yeah, here's a video. Here's a little tour, like a booth show off for Howl Out.
Oh, nice. Yes. Yeah, they have like a light kind of bleach dyed shirt that says like, "What will you be remembered for?" And I'm trying to snag one of those
I don't have any.
bleachers.
I don't have anything from them, and I need to rectify that so bad.
Yeah, this is so cool. This is the villain pride thing I was talking about. What is queer villain pride?
That's incredible.
Pink, yes, pink for passion, orange for community, green for wisdom, purple for pure history, black for evil, pure evil.
I love that. I
Very
need
good.
that.
Yes, it's very cool.
And that couldn't be more this stream's aesthetic.
Oh my. Yes. I think the funny thing is, I think it's a reference to the. Did you see this discourse, Maddie, about the. There was a disability pride flag that caused seizures.
Oh my
Did you
god,
see that?
no. What? Was it static?
It was kind of like that.
Like was it like not did
It
it
was when you.
move?
No, it was when you scrolled, it would cause seizures. So it was a very similar design where it was like a dark gray background and then muted rainbow colors in a downward diagonal, which is all fine when it's static. But if it's on social media and you scroll past it, it can cause seizures. So that
Oh
was a
my
big problem.
god. Can I
So I think that flag
if
might
I
be a
show
reference to that.
if I show that without scrolling past it, will that do you think that would be what could
It
it
should be
actually
fine. Yeah.
disability flag? That's incredible. Oh yeah. That's wild that actually caused seizures. But I really don't know much about it, so I definitely me being surprised isn't really surprising.
Yeah. Yeah, seizure triggers are really tough, and social media makes it really hard because things just animate or move. If things hit like certain light receptors in the eyes at the wrong angle, it can trigger a seizure pretty easily.
Um Marquez, the GM, asks, "Have you been recognized for your book or TikTok at MFF ever, Devon?"
Actually, no, and
Never
that's a
at
little surprising because again,
not at any of
no,
the oh, wow.
not in any furry things. There's so many autistic people here, and people, I do giveaways of the book, which I'm gonna do again, but and they always get snatched up pretty quick. But I think it's a different community. Like, I don't think they're like before we went live, I was saying like they're actually like having orgies and stuff, so they're not like reading books and like on social media. Like they're
Yeah.
it's they're like the Chads, and we're like not the incels, but like we're like withered. Like furries know how to have fun. They're like out, even though they're like all of the things that we are. They're neurodivergent, they're queer, they're neurotic, they're different, they're othered. Like they're not online like that. It's like they use the internet in totally different ways. They're all in Telegram groups, like
Yeah.
posting whole. Like that's it. Like they're so enlightened.
Yeah, Cassie goes squarely. They are the cool autistics and we are the nerds. Yeah, it's true.
Yes,
Oh my god, look at that.
puppy pile.
I couldn't tell if those were actual like I thought that they were just abandoned suits. Like someone had just left their fursuits. Like a whole group had just been like, we're done suiting.
Yes, leave it behind. No, those shits are worth thousands of dollars. They're not getting left behind. I'll tell you.
Yeah, that's it's for our set. I think that's the less dangerous the disability pride flag we showed is the less dangerous version because the colors have been muted.
That's right. Yeah, it was the brighter one that was unsafe. Yeah.
Cassie Squirrely asked, I always wondered if pup play was the original furry community or if it was a case of convergent evolution. That's a very interesting question. I feel like pup play is like there's overlap with the furry community, but it's not the same. Like you don't have to be.
Yeah, and we'll get into this next week potentially. Sorry, guys.
Oh no, you go ahead.
I was going to say, we'll get into this a little bit next week, hopefully, when we talk a little bit about furry history, because there have been a lot of great photos circulating lately at the first furry conventions when they were a lot more obviously like Looney Tunes kind of costumes,
Yeah.
or like Disney animal costumes. I think pup play arose organically and separately in the gay leather community.
Yeah.
Um, and those two things have slowly found each other, if
Yeah.
that makes sense,
Yeah.
is my sense of things. I'm going to risk going downstairs through the basement since it seemed like the connection was fine earlier.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's kind of been going in and out, but we can always hear you. Like sometimes your video and your audio are disconnected, but we can always hear you well. So thank you everybody for
okay, that's good.
bearing with us on the technical front.
Yes, this is what happens when you report on the field.
This is so fun. I love doing this. We need to. This is the second time we've done this. It's very fun. If you're watching today, definitely go back and watch the first one too. Late at some point on our YouTube. Um,
Really cool texture on that fursuit. It's like plaid or checker. See, got some animals going on. Oh, this might be like skull people.
oh, that's sick.
Yeah, this is like the skull people meetup.
That's incredibly sick.
Very cool.
I very badly want a skull head at some point.
Yeah, that would be very.
It's very my aesthetic.
Oh my gosh. Oh, a little half skull, so cool. Yeah, so there's meetups for almost every like popular genre of fursuit. Oh, here's a panel on TikTok psychology.
Also, another they could be talking. You should be on that panel. You gotta give one of these talks. How have you not given a talk? Like
I
there's literally
know.
so many things you could give a talk
I
on.
always I miss the deadline somehow every time because like when there was an autism one. Oh, this is accessibility services. The schedule is always so overwhelming. It's kind of nice to just see like what's coming up. Um,
Yeah.
so okay, this is a panel on the ADA and con attendance. That's cool. Starting soon. We're about to start.
If you had to give a talk,
Very
TV
cool.
head. I'm obsessed
Oh,
with
that
TV
was
head.
really cool.
That's
Yeah, that's gonna
I
be
think
heavy.
I think that's a G3 Mac. Looks like is that what those are? With the
The pattern on that one was wild. Oh yeah, yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Whew. It's like a clear. The Mac is like it's got like something like a pattern in it, almost like a floral. It's a little different from that. Let me see. It's somebody just thanked me for having a Palestinian flag, which is nice.
Yeah, I'm so glad that you have that. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
every year, we probably talked about this last year, but every year there's definitely like a contingent of like tactical furs that have like the and usually they're straight up cops. Um like literal like cop uh costumes with like sometimes there will be like the horny police stuff, and it's very normalized in at furry conventions, and I think it's starting to be less normalized, which is good.
Yes, yeah. Like if you see a furry in a military fatigue or a cop uniform, that means they actually are that in real life. And there's definitely like an edgelord, um, conservative wing of the fandom that like has to really get stomped down. Like, we really need to have a zero tolerance policy for that shit. And it's certainly come a long way with certain things like trans people. This is just a very trans community at this point, and that's just like a given. But I think when it comes to being anti-cop and anti-U.S. military and imperialism, we still have a really long way to go with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think it's probably better. It's probably better than a lot of other communities, but it's just like the uh the community that is there is loud and you can see it, which is probably better than whatever a lot of other communities. It's probably like that stuff is there just as much, but you don't necessarily notice it because they're not dressing up in a fursuit with like uh uh, uh the southern, what is the Civil War flag. Oh my God, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Thin Blue Line or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think there is though, like part of the like a big meme in furry culture is how many of them work in tech, right?
right.
So there is a big overlap there with the military-industrial complex, and so you will sometimes even see that in the programming. So that's like one of the fights that we really have to fight. I think
Yeah,
um,
Confederate
the
flag.
furry
Thank you.
world
That's
is
what I
good on.
said.
Yeah. Oh, the Confederate flag. Oh, sorry. Um, yeah, because like this world is very good on accessibility stuff and pretty good on trans stuff. Like that's very understood that like so many in the community, that's their material concerns. But yeah, other things still have a long way to go.
Yeah, and I think that goes to show that like even queer communities, because it is extremely queer, um, are not necessarily anti-fascist, anti, uh, you know, anti-racist in the way that we would like.
Right. Yeah, we have to, show up for it and actually be willing to like sacrifice things for it. And I think there is still a contingent of this community that they're just here to have a good time and they don't think about that stuff. And they're, have to. But it also is generally a very lefty group, a very gay lefty group.
Yeah,
Lots of potential for building more like radicalizing.
we got to figure out how because we build we got to get you famous in the furry community and then get this show big. It's a whole untapped market.
Yes. Well, yeah. I mean, I was getting a lot. I had my deer latex on last night, and that really got a big response from
Oh,
people because there's not something that they see here. Like you see pups and
right.
things like that, but like that was the most I've had people like come up to me here in terms of just like actually like engaging with the community and meeting new people
Yeah.
and like trading candles. So
Yeah.
getting more buried into it.
We got to get VTuber avatars. That's the thing.
It's true. That would definitely help. Like, there's just so many good furry VTubers.
Yeah.
It's like a whole other ecosystem.
It's also very fun that this is such like a December um like con. There's always a I think there's usually a big group of reindeers.
Yes, I saw Santa last night.
Nice.
Yeah, I tried to look up when the reindeer meetup would be, but it wasn't like one of the officially listed ones. Or the
Yeah.
program is just shitty on the website because there's so much shit.
Yeah, it's hard to it definitely seems hard to keep track of all that shit.
Yeah.
If you had to give a talk, if somebody was like, all right, you in order to go, you have to actually make a talk happen, what would it be on?
I mean, I think like in terms of like what there's a demand for, I feel like my basic like autism stuff would probably and like masking and stuff probably would be pretty appealing. Like a very like masking, but not that kind of masking, autism shit.
Right.
Um, I guess maybe there is an element of imposter syndrome for me with like speaking specifically to furry experiences, even though I've been like going to this stuff for the last couple of years. I feel like, I don't have a fursuit. I'm not like in the life 24/7, like throughout the year. So I don't know how much like, furry relevant expertise I actually have. But I also know that's probably kind of bullshit. Because again, if there's people having a
Yep.
Beyblade tournament, if there's people having like a public transit talk, like you don't have to
Right.
connect it to furry on like a deeper way.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
like
and you have like expertise just because it's not necessarily like oh, that's really good. Oh, there's just so many
yeah,
good fursuits.
I know. So many good, so many beautiful suits. But yeah, like last year, one of the best panels that I went to was a fashion panel from someone who is. There was a bunch of different designers, and one of them did like a history of like Japanese fashion, taking references from like Yale and Harvard, and like incorporating that into fashion movements in the 80s and 70s. And then there was another person who's currently a designer for Adidas in Germany. He was kind of just talking about that work and like the photo shoots he'd done and like the projects he'd worked on with all these big name people. And then I saw that same person on Grindr last night, which was cool. Like, damn, do I
Just hook
do
up
I
with
dare?
them to just like pick their brain about their expertise.
Yes. So like, and they didn't necessarily talk about furry fashion in that. It's just like, hey, a
Right.
lot of people here probably also care about fashion.
Right.
So it really is limitless. We could do a live podcast taping. That would be cool.
That would be fun. Oh my god, we just do this stream. If we I would love this stream to get big enough that we could do like a tour and like do that. That shit is so fun. I'm a big podcast fan and I've gone to my brother and me live shows and I've heard other ones seem really fun. If this got big enough that we could do a live tour, absolutely. I love the idea of doing one at MFF. Has to be the first the first one we try. That'd be incredible.
Oh, that'd be such a good gig. That'd be such a good booking. And they are loyal, like they've had the same theater company here in Chicago come every year for decades at this point. Like,
Yeah.
so once you have like a relationship with the furries and you're like beloved with them, same with DJs. They use the same DJs, like it's family.
Yep.
Okay, let's go for the tunnel.
Yeah.
Some tunnel action. Really nice deal.
How's it going? Yeah, I don't blame you.
Cat hair everywhere said we're on a field trip.
Yep. It's really true.
Very cute.
I did not ask.
Oh,
Yeah.
Minecraft dog.
Very cool.
The biggest thing that I'm sure I talked about this when we streamed last year, so forgive me if you were here for that. But the big thing that I learned, because I love my leather jacket, I love my like leather harnesses and stuff, and so I dressed up. I don't have like any furry stuff, like I didn't have a tail or anything or ears, so but I was like, but I'm gonna dress up in my leather. Um, and I learned that apparently the stereotype of like a tall, lanky trans woman in a bunch of leather with a possum persona is like such a stereotype, which was very funny to learn.
Yes. Yeah, I know like 2 or 3 other possum trans girl furries with leather like alt kind of style or
Yeah.
goth at this point. It's like
I didn't even know I was a stereotype. It's not like I was influenced to be that stereotype. Just like,
and then I feel like there is like I'm definitely a stereotype too. There's so many trans guy deer
Yes.
bottoms, little preppy bottoms, T boys. Yes, yes. Woo.
Deer. There's such an interesting relationship between trans furries and deer, because antlers is such a fun like sexual dimorphism thing.
Yeah, like shedding your antlers or like growing antlers. Like they can be feminine or masculine. They can be a stand-in for all kinds of different anatomy, all different other appendages on the body. Like it just really you can put flower crowns on it. Like what's not to love about it?
It's really good.
Sometimes this tunnel is way too hot, but right now it's actually cool. Thank God.
That is good, especially for all of our suitor comrades, because those shits are hot. Oh, Femboy Hooters, always good.
Yes, Femboy Hooters. It's literally the runway.
Yes, the catwalk. Sometimes literally the catwalk.
I mean, there are some tunnels connecting to some of the other hotels as well.
Yeah, and there's the shuttle bus system this year, I know too.
Yes, because some of the hotels, it's getting so massive here. They have people booked so many different hotels. Some of them are 2 or 3 miles away. So there's a shuttle that runs in a continuous loop until like 3 a.m. Let's go. Let's go. Are you guys? There's somebody playing some Daft Punk. Oh. They just said that the dealer's den isn't opening and that it's delayed.
Oh, that's lame.
Yeah. It's supposed to open at 1. Thank you. Yeah, I guess it's at max capacity. That kind of happens sometimes. There's usually a
real
rush to get in there.
Uh, Cassie
Another
Goes
yeah, hell
Queerly.
yeah.
Cassie Goes Queerly asks, "What's the gender breakdown like at these events? Like, do you you mentioned trans people? Do women feel safe enough?" I think,
Um, gosh, it's really because nobody is any gender here. It's
yeah,
like almost it feels like a world, the closest thing to the actual trans utopia here. Like,
yeah. It definitely feels, especially because there's so many suitors too. Like, uh, uh, it definitely is not an environment I feel comfortable like assuming people's genders like that.
yeah,
But I think that there
not
is
at all.
there. It does seem like it's definitely not. It doesn't feel like, even aside from that, it doesn't feel super male leaning. There's certainly a lot of femmes. I think yeah.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, like the question of do women feel safe enough? Like, I feel like that's. I think the only consideration here that I've seen is like you do have to have messaging of like the classic like cosplay is not consent kind of thing, where
Yeah.
just because somebody's in a fursuit you shouldn't pet them. Like, not that that's like I think it's culturally not a problem generally here. Like, of course, there's always people, but that's very ingrained in the culture at this point.
Yeah.
So I'd say if, if there's anything that's like a conversation, it's that kind of thing. And things like, hey, don't jizz on a pizza and leave it in the hallway. That's funny, but don't do it. You know, like not not a question of like women in particular being harassed or anything like that. Which again, I'm a
Yeah.
dude, I'm an idiot, so like I could be totally wrong. But
Yeah, I certainly didn't feel harassed or anything when I was there ever.
yeah, like yeah, it's I don't really like even like it feels like a genderless world. Like anytime I meet like a cis straight furry, they also still don't seem like they're that. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's a whole different deal. Like, is there a large like and just even how people talk about things. Like last night, I ran into a deer because I was in my latex, and a deer came up to me, and he was like, "Oh," he's telling me about how he just got fucked by like the biggest moose the morning before, and like, and he gave me this sticker that was like, it had I won't say his Sona, but the Sona was like, you like you get the sticker if you've come in this person. So
That's
he's like, I'll just give
amazing.
you one. Yeah, and then he had another one that was like showing his Sona going down on someone, and it was like, this Sona ate your pussy or sucked your cock. Like it was just very like everybody's fucking pansexual. Like everything, nobody assumes a genital with a particular gender. Like it's
Yeah.
very, you know,
It does. It really does feel very very fur transcends gender is what Cassie Ghost Queerly said, and it's true. It does feel that way.
yeah, that is really how it
Um
feels.
Vivi uh Viv forgive me if I'm saying that wrong. Vivian or Vivian? Uh put put this in the Discord, which is very good. Some friend suits to look out for. Extremely cute.
Oh, very cool.
Love the nose ring. I love the little purple hair.
Yes.
Those are some pretty incredible suits.
Yeah, I love when a bunny suit. I love when there's body mods on a fursuit.
Yes.
Like having this little bar here this year, and then fuck this Starbucks, fuck you,
Yeah.
fuck all y'all in that line. Get ready for Lord. Oh my god, this suit is gorgeous.
That's incredible.
Wow. So beautiful. I'm just gonna stand over here by Starbucks with this Palestine shit for a second to see it.
Yeah. I saw a video of somebody walk into a Starbucks and then be like, y'all all going to hell. Just like yelling at people.
Yes. I saw one video of a bunch of Turkish pro-Palestinian protesters just like storming a Starbucks, and they were all very polite to the people working there. They just like ordered water and tipped well. They
Yeah.
just sat there and like didn't order anything and just like shut down with the Palestinian flags. Just shut down the Starbucks. So
That's incredible.
that was cool, and we definitely we for the protest last weekend we were like banging on the windows of the Starbucks and like trying to block them off and stuff. There's like two on the route that we took. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I wish I could have found some pro-Palestine furs to like get something more organized together.
That would be cool. That would have been cool.
Yeah, we'll see. Just sniffing around the Telegram groups for the most part right now.
I'm not sure how well you'll be able to see this, but I don't know what this is from, but there's just this incredibly good video that I see passed around sometimes of these two gay reindeer. Have you ever seen this?
No.
They're literally two gay reindeer.
Oh my god, that's Spot.
It came unhitched. You know the rest. It's big and bright and red. A magic sleigh, not just a sled.
Yeah, I don't know what this is from, but it's extremely good, and I thought it was fitting to share for this Christmas con. These gay ass reindeer singing a song together.
That's cute. Yeah, I think that's Spot.
It's some movie about a like animated dog, I guess.
Yeah, that used to be a picture book, Spot, a little yellow dog. Yeah.
Wait, what?
That used to be a kid's picture book, Spot, that dog.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Just really good. I love the proportions on some of these suits. Like that red suit that's there. Those proportions are just incredible.
Yeah, they're really cool. I would say in terms of harassment, to go back to that question, where it happens is like Fiona gets harassed because people say she's being like a pervert by having such like big titties and being a trans woman.
Yeah.
Or a student. That's more online, like that's more outside of the community, but that's definitely something that happens. And then the diaper furs get harassed a lot within the community.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The age regressors with diaper furs.
Yeah, and that's like a
Yeah,
whole.
2018 they had bomb threats.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I'm always surprised. I was surprised
They
when
also had people like.
I was surprised that there's not a lot of shit like that just towards the con in general. Like, I think that there was, when I was there was one extremely small group of protesters at some point. Like, you'd think it'd be a more organized, like, hate thing, but You really don't get very much of that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe in other cities, I feel like Rosemont rolls pretty deep with Furfest at this point. Like, people know to expect it and like it, but maybe in there's one big one in Georgia and Atlanta. Atlanta's a very progressive city, but like surrounding area might have more protesters or something.
Right.
Um, but yeah, the main thing that I see is the baby furs and age regressors. Like that same year that they got the bomb put, they also had somebody put like human like shit outside of where their meetup was. Obviously,
God.
trying to pin it on them, trying to make it look like they had done that.
Right.
Just just awful shit. So that kind of thing happens. But for the most part, it's a very well like self-regulating community in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's true. Cassie goes queerly. Sophie LaBelle got really, really awful hate for being a little and doing art about it. So it's exactly the same kind of thing.
Yeah, that's a whole discussion. I don't know a ton about it, but I do know that it's unfortunately very normal to for that community to get a lot of hate.
Yeah, I was very happy that she ended up like kind of surviving her cancellation attempt, like because it was bad. You know, a lot of people scrubbed their complete online persona after the amount of hate she got, and she really
Right.
just turned off comments and kept it moving. And now she's fine. You know, um,
Yeah.
so that was good. Let's see if there's any photo shoots going on outside.
Okay. Wait. What did that say? Oh, I that's very good.
Yeah. Oh, here's a nice reindeer.
Oh yeah.
Very good to see. People are coming out here to cool off.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, it is being in a fursuit seems like no joke. That's like 4 or 5 inches of foam or more keeping you insulated.
Yes. Doing it in December, this event is very essential. Hello. Get back in over here.
Oh, Cassie Goes Squarely says she's lovely. She toured New Zealand a few years back in like 2018 or something. We hosted her at the university I work at, and she would be a lovely guest. I'll bet that would be fun. I don't know if
Yeah,
I really know her, but or am familiar with her, but
her comic is assigned male, is what it's
oh, okay,
called. And
yeah,
yeah, so yeah, she makes a lot of like very topical kind of trans short comics about kind of current events and discourse and stuff, but in like a very like soft, approachable way, you know, like kind of thing.
yeah, yes, no, I know who you're talking about now. I've seen that comic.
Yeah, but yeah, so she also does some art of like age play, littles and stuff like that, and so that's what people are really coming down on her for.
Those giant feet are so good.
Oh yeah, that's pretty huge. Wow, that's amazing. This is athletic.
Yeah.
Um, so many of you know Photopotamus in the chat. They are here with for the first time, a pink hippopotamus fursuit that they've spent the last year making
Yes.
all the way through. Really amazing. They made the head. They covered it in the fur, shaved the fur, eyes, little beautiful like twinkly heart eyes, paws, a tail. So they're going to be fursuiting here. I think they're starting pretty light, just like a couple of hours total,
Yeah,
basically.
they bought the foam base and then covered it in fabric. It was the little parts that they posted on socials was so cool to see.
Yes, very fucking dope. And it's a real project, and that's why fursuits are thousands of dollars. It's like a year long project if you're doing it yourself.
I could probably show those on stream, I think, right?
Yeah, yeah, and we'll definitely take pics of them fursuiting.
See if I can find. Yes. This is them with the head and a foam camera, which is so fun.
Yes, the camera's so cute.
The camera is really cute.
So yeah, and when you fursuit, you really have to have a handler with you
Yeah.
to kind of keep you safe so you don't run into shit. So I'll definitely be accompanying them for a lot of that.
Get a giant sword. Yes, yeah.
So hopefully we get some good pics. I'm sure we will.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that showed their oh yeah, I guess that there's it shows one of the gloves too. I know that they made the gloves as well.
There's a lot of dragons.
Yes, the gloves are really nice. They made.
Oh, that lizard. That's so or dragon.
Yes, yes. I'm trying not to bump into people's tails. It's so cool. It's beautiful.
Thank you, Tremor the Wolf, for the follow. I wonder if they're a fellow furry. I wonder.
Got a little park possum over here. Saw another one over there.
Oh, look. I love that you have your own little emoji in there. That's great.
Yes. Hello.
Yeah, we're just hanging out at MFF.
Yes. Just taking a little walk around, taking people on a field trip on Twitch.
Yes. Yes.
If you can't be here. But truly, every year I hear from more people that I know, or even just people that are like watching things like this who are like, oh, I really do want to come and check it out. Absolutely check it out. You don't have to be a furry to be here, but you will be by the time we're done with you.
You'll be
have a great time.
Converted. The conversion.
Yes, converted. Hello. Well, trans rat. People are very friendly, very silly. I'm gonna get so fucking zooted.
I keep thinking that a con would result in two things for me: tears in the fetal position. No, it's so friendly. All of the people at a convention are anxious and usually introverted, I feel like. And they're so like, I
Yes.
feel like it's such a good thing to do. Let yourself get dragged. It'll be fun.
Yes, please do it. I definitely every year see people posting in the groups that like they come here, they want to make friends, and then they don't know what to say to people and they're shy. That's everybody here. We're all fucking freaks. But the thing is, people are here. First of all, if they're in a fursuit, if they're in a costume, they want attention. They want people coming up to them, asking them questions.
Yeah.
They just waving at people is totally fine and normal. Like, people are just dancing and DJing and doing things like just like Fiona's right here. Oh my gosh.
Oh hi! Oh, there she is.
Yes. Oh my gosh, she's in a beautiful Christmas outfit. Very cool. That hyena backpack that person has is really cool.
Oh, I think there's supposed to be a Ferality gateway there too for VR chat. That's cool. That's a very cool way to interact. I think when we did VR chat that one time and I think we went to this like
Oh, hi. Look beautiful.
I love this little group.
So cool. Yes. Oh my god. So cool. Oh, the like little lace on that dress is so cool.
Mhm.
Ooh, this is like sparkly. The reindeer. Oh my gosh. It's like a little Christmas tree. Beautiful. So what was the VR chat thing? How does that work?
Yeah, Tremor. I'm very curious how that works. Yeah, I remember when we did VR chat, we like came to this convention center. Like it wasn't during MFF. Oh, they have a projector set up. Oh, that's fun.
Ooh.
So you could go into VR chat and be there.
Oh my god, I need to look up where that is on the map.
Yeah, that sounds so much fun.
Yeah. Somebody smells good over here.
Oh man, are there fucking furry specific fragrances? Because I love the idea of having your musky husky have a musky husky
That would be
we don't
sick.
I'm Bo26MC. We don't have a pronouns Nightbot set up, but I'm she her and Devon is he it.
Yes. Thank you and welcome. You definitely come to a pronoun zone.
Yeah. That probably would be a helpful thing to have set up. Hyatt International Level Heathrow.
Okay, all right, let's go. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's go see if we can
I'm gonna
see
check
that.
it out.
Trevor, you should say
then
hi. You should jump on.
Inside that. Yes. The levels.
Damn, I should have got my VR headset, my VR streaming all set up, and then I could have streamed the real thing from VR.
Oh my god, that would have been so good.
Oh, come on.
Oh. It does look like the artist alley is open. Okay. But you have to get your bag checked.
Yeah, that would be a fun thing if we can, but I don't know. I know that
Yeah, I think some of the artists might not even necessarily want like pictures and things like that anyway.
Yeah.
In the
Yeah.
Artist Alley.
Yeah, especially.
Dealers End, they're friendly to it, but Artist Alley not so much.
Mm-hmm.
Whew. Yes, it is such a big con. It is massive. You can't see everything. There's always so many panels that I just don't even see because I'm just so busy, just goofing around.
It's very fun. It's very friendly. I am very much like I would say I identify as a furry because it would be a lie not to, but like, you know, it's not a big like I would describe it for me as it's not like I'm definitely a furry, but I don't really super identify as a furry. If that makes sense. And I still had like so much fun going, and I want to go back. I'm a little farther out from it, but it was literally so fun. Like it is no one like it is so accessible, and people are so cool.
Yeah. It's kind of like, you know, how people say like there are people that are into a kink for the kink, there are people that are into it for the sex, and there are people that are into it for the improv. But furry first of all isn't innately a kink, right? But
yeah.
There's people who have been into furry all their life, and then there are people who are into it for the community or the queerness or the self-expression or the playing a character, you know.
Yeah.
There's so many different reasons to be into it and ways to engage with it. You know, you don't have to be a fursuiter. You might just like the art. You might just like pup play. You know, you might just like being around fursuiters. You know, like
fursuits are so fun. I don't understand anybody who's not
they're so cute.
Doesn't appreciate them.
I'm literally like I'm like a fursuit like chaser. Like that's this is a community where it's okay to be a chaser as long as you're respectful with it.
Yeah, queer centric is a very good way to put it. A queer centric fandom. Yeah, chasing tail. Yeah, for me, I did say this in our last MFF stream, so forgive me for repeating myself, but I definitely was somebody who was like, I'm not a furry, but they make the best porn comics, so like, you know, the porn, like the drawn porn is the best the best out there. Like you just can't you have to admit. And then my I started dating somebody, and I was like, so do you just use OO as a bit, or are you actually a furry? And she was like, and when I realized that I actually like was excited that she had said that she was a furry, and it wasn't a neutral response from me. Like I actually was like appreciated that and was excited that she was furry. I was like, okay, maybe I am. Maybe I have to stop denying that I'm a furry.
Yes, if that's a bonus that the other person's into it, it's like, oh yeah.
If you see a very red and black colored Fulf, it could be Jane.
Okay, I'll keep an eye out.
Is that a fox wolf? Drolf. I don't know what that would be.
Dragon wolf?
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
They were probably just in that room we were just in, and there's a lot of that kind of like dragon hybrid creatures. Yeah. My battery is definitely going to die at some point relatively soon. So
Okay.
if we don't make it to VR, that's where I've gone. But we're going to try it. We're going to try to make it to VR.
I'm glad we're doing another. I'm just glad that we're doing another hallway run through this skyway.
Yes,
This is the best part.
it really is.
It is literally liminal. It is for sure. It is between two hotels. Definitely fits the literal definition of liminal and the more internet.
Yes, it's a very liminal zone. It's just so magical.
Transpeaks just got a commercial for Clairol gray cover up, and I can't wait to be an old woman with amazing silver hair. Fucking mood.
Yes.
I'm a M to F to W, male to female to witch. M to male to female to crone.
Oh. We should do a stream about like aging and age sometime
Yes.
because I just have so many thoughts about it, and I think people are so neurotic about it that like we can set ourselves free. But I don't, and it's especially hard for queer people, I think, to envision our futures and aging. So I feel like there's a lot of cool stuff to say about like imagining what our futures are, seeing what's cool about becoming older, demystifying it.
I totally agree. Devon have a PhD in social psychology, correct? And he's also a professor.
Yes. But that's all a joke. It's nonsense.
I think the more shitposty our stream is, the funnier it is to make a big deal that you're a doctor. And I know you have like having the doctor thing is you're like, well, it's not what you think, but I think it's hilarious. Every time you tell me about how you want to fuck age appropriate tales, it's way funnier coming from a doctor.
Yes, I guess that's the one reason. Because sometimes I'm like, oh, if I don't believe in the hierarchy, I'm getting the Bluetooth thing happening. Oh, okay. Like I got a PhD just because it was a gender neutral like article, being a doctor.
Yeah.
But now I hold on to it because it's, I don't know why. I have complicated feelings about it. So, but if I can shitpost it, then I can be okay.
Oh yeah,
I'm definitely getting Bluetooth spam. Get out of here.
Oh my god, they're still fucking doing that? That's so lame. Tremor the Wolf says gray muzzles, which I like.
Getting a bunch of them.
That's a great there was some like old, there was like at last time when I was there, it was really interesting to see some like real old like people in their 50s or 60s or later at doing booths and stuff, and who'd clearly been in the scene for that long, and that was so cool.
Yeah, my first year here, I saw this elderly gay couple. These guys were probably in like their 70s or something, and they had their walkers were like covered in stuffed animals, like dozens and dozens of stuffed animals, and they have like little fuzzy ears. Like they're from an era before fursuits, even. Like
right.
They were in the fandom before there were fursuits.
Right.
They were like plushies back then. It's so crazy. Let me check the map about Keith, bro. Okay, so it's downstairs.
But yeah, Cat Hair Everywhere said, I'm turning 40 next month and someone called me a queer elder. Uh, which mood. I think of myself as like, sometimes I'm like, I started hormones 10 years, like over 10 years ago now. And I think like that in some ways makes me a queer elder. But yeah, I definitely think it like, it's an especially interesting thing to talk about um uh within the queer community, because I think that there is so much fear of like God, just twink death as a concept, and is a lot.
No, we're doing. I mean, I think we're doing. Yeah, I feel like I heard somebody once call Chris Fleming a queer elder, which is very funny because he's a stand-up comedian who he just like he. I mean, is he queer? Yes. Is he like non-binary? Yes. But it's like that's not his like main. Like it's kind of something that he comes through like kind of sideways, and just some of the stuff he talks about in his comedy. And also,
Right.
he's like 32. So calling him a queer elder, it's like this is our leader, Chris Fleming. Like what?
Oh, twink death is a thing where people talk about that like twink as an identity is necessarily a younger like a 20 something gay man. Yeah. When you age out of being a skinny little feminine looking twink, yeah. And I think that unfortunately I think that there is some of that in the furry community too, because I feel like I've definitely seen people talk about like, oh, you're still in the furry fandom when you're like 30 or 40, like that's weird. And it's definitely a thing.
Yeah, this is why we need the aging discourse because it's always young people telling on their own insecurities when they say shit like that. They're like
Yeah.
they're saying that because they think there's an end date to when they can continue to do these things, and it's like who cares if you're not like cute in a certain way anymore? Like the whole point of a fursuit is that you're not defined by your body. Like,
Yes.
come on.
Yeah.
Also, we love fucking old men here. Like,
Yeah.
we're pro fucking old men, old women. All my friends dying.
Okay, Devon. Devon could disappear at it. Oh, was that him disappearing? Oh, that's it. That's it. Well, that's the end of the stream. We knew it was going to end this way. Rip furry stream. Thank you so much for hanging out. That was really fun. I'm really glad that we got some 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 new friends in here, and we did a very fun. Definitely check out follow us on YouTube, join the Piscord, our Discord. And check out we did another VOD where we started with some actual talking points last year. But yeah, we've been doing this stream for a fucking year, over a year now. It's wild. And so you can go see the last time that we did an MFF stream. But yeah, that was very fun. Everybody tell Devon thank you for streaming, for being live on the ground. Oh, thank you so much, Trans Peaks. Thank you. We really appreciate it. Yeah, I think we have to raid a furry streamer. This is let's see who I have. Let's raid Jackal Pawpad. I'm not super familiar with this person. This is somebody Devon has followed. But they're playing Resident Evil Village. Thank you so much, that Mossy Rock. I really appreciate that. Familiar. I'm not. I'm not familiar. You're right. All right. Well, thank you so much, everybody. This has been really fun, and we'll catch you on the flip. We'll catch you next Friday. If everything goes to plan, we're gonna have some other furry friends next week.